We're following a breaking news from the Eglinton and Laird area. There is a 3-alarm industrial fire, and we're just about to get an update from Toronto Fire Services. Let's listen in.
Notified of a commercial fire just after 12:10 this afternoon. Our crews arrived within 6 minutes to a heavy fire on the west side of the building. It was quickly escalated to a second alarm. Shortly after, it was escalated to a third alarm. The fire reached the inside of the commercial structure, which is about 75 by about 200 foot long. Our crews have made an initial attack. The fire has been pretty well knocked down. We're dealing with hot spots right now and a few areas with trap fire in it.
What can you tell us about the challenges that the crews faced in battling this place?
Well, some of the challenges that the crews did face were the intense heat of the fire on the west side, the heavy smoke conditions, and the atmospheric temperature today isn't helping with the crews. We're starting to rotate our crews out right now in a work cycle, bring fresh crews in, and continue with this heat cycle that we're dealing with.
Someone was taken to hospital. What can you tell us about injuries?
I can't update on the injuries right now. I don't know. From what I heard, it was one person that worked here. It's a minor injury being dealt with at the hospital right now.
What can you tell us about this building? What happens inside there?
That will form part of the investigation on this. We're not sure this building. We'll refer to our fire prevention staff and our investigators for that.
A witness told me that she heard an explosion, that there's a vehicle with windows broken. Anything you can tell me about that? That'll
all form part of the origin, cause, and circumstance with regards to this fire.
Any idea of what might have started this?
Yeah, so our investigators have been notified, and they'll assist our first-in crews with the origin, cause, and circumstance of this.
How far in are we into this fight? How long do you expect to be here on the scene?
We expect to be here. Our crews will definitely be here for the next 24 hours. We'll maintain a fire watch on the structure. As far as the main body has been knocked down, dealing with some hot spots here, so we'll anticipate no more than 2 hours for this, and we'll be maintaining a fire watch here for 24 hours, and then obviously part of the investigation after that.
Can you characterize this for us, just how much of an uphill battle it is to battle this blaze?
So with our crews on scene here, our initial fire attack crews, instant action plan was immediately activated. Crews developed added a second alarm. We had crews on scene and rotating crews in and out. The heat was the biggest battle today, and obviously the smoke conditions with the wind changing at different times. It was going from the north to the south.
Yeah, we do see the smoke kind of swirling around here. How much is wind a factor?
Well, wind is a factor. The west side of the building is opened up, so it was a bit of a wind-driven fire on initial, which also assisted with our firefighting. Once we set up our firefighting appliances, the wind did help us with that.
Chief, you spoke earlier about one of the biggest challenges crews have been facing has been actually the ambient heat today, the temperature here in the city. What steps have been taken to help make sure that the firefighters stay healthy, stay cool, stay refreshed, so they don't have to go to the hospital for heat stroke or injury?
Yeah, thank you. Great question. We have an incident commander's rules of engagement and the heat guide that we follow. When the temperature reaches this, we rotate the crews in and out in different cycles. We have cooling chairs that we have our crews come take their bunker gear off in their rehab cycle. They cool their bodies down and have them assessed by EMS and have them back into the fire. We have no reported injuries of any firefighters at this time.
Chief, what can you say about the building itself? You said it's a commercial property. Do you understand what kind of business it is? Do you know what kind of business it operates on?
I'm not sure. I don't know that type of building that it is. That'll be part of our investigation after this is out.
Someone described it as a warehouse. Any idea what it might be storing?
Our crews are on the defensive now. We don't know what's on the interior, and we haven't. We have to interview the owner of the building.
Can you say how many firefighters have been assessed by paramedics? I know some have been injured, but a few have been assessed.
We've had a few assessed at the cooling area, so maybe 20.
I've heard from people in the area that it's a wood-structured building, a wood-frame building. What information do you have about the construction of the building, how it was built, when it was built?
I don't have any information on the age of the building and the type of construction.
Any other recent fire calls in the area?
In this area, I'll have to get back to you on that one.
Chief, what can you say about a damage loss right now? Loss monetarily, how much this fire properly cost the fire, if you can say that yet?
I can't say that now. That'll form part of the origin cause investigation and the circumstance. But when we come up with that, we'll determine that.
And I wonder if we could just speak to the location. Obviously, there are grocery stores, a lot of people in this area, a parking lot full of people. How does that factor into your firefight?
So this are obviously concerned our neighbors around the area if there is an environmental issue. The smoke, with the wind conditions, the smoke has been dissipating outside of the area. Initial reports were heavy black smoke in the area, but once we got water on the fire, it dampened down to a white smoke, and it, as you can see, it clearly leaves the area with the wind conditions we have today. So there's no concern to the neighborhood at this time.
And it didn't spread to any neighboring buildings?
That's affirmative. No, there's no spread of the fire.
We'll be getting an update from Toronto Fire Service in regards to that 3-alarm fire in the Eglinton and Laird area. According to Toronto Fire Service, this was a commercial fire that's been knocked down. They're still dealing with some hot spots, but apparently this investigation into what happened here is going to take quite some time. They say they're going to be there for at least the next 24 hours. And we'll catch up with Melissa Duggan, who's on site in a bit.